Guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you're a Florida State or Clemson fan for college football. Here's my final official prediction for this football game. Okay, as we all know, Clemson's offense is slightly better. They execute better than they did last year. DJ's a better third down passer than he used to be. I'll give him that. He's still an effective runner. He's still pretty difficult to tackle. Clemson's got really, really good receivers, most notably their tight end Ngata. If I'm saying his name right. If I'm not, I apologize. Clemson's defense is a problem. Look, I get Wake Forest has an electric offense, but given that Clemson has clearly a talent edge against everybody in the ACC, specifically on defense, they should not have given up almost 50 points to Wake Forest, whether it was home or away. I'm sorry. That's an issue for me if I'm a Clemson fan playing against anybody. Let's look at FSU. They have Jordan Travis. Let's say Tate Rodemaker plays. I'm still not too worried. Clemson, yeah, Jordan Travis is a guy that he's really surprised me. Now, DJ's gotten better. Travis has gotten to a whole different level. I'm not saying in terms of a first-round quarterback in the NFL. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying he's a guy that could get drafted right now if he were to stay healthy and keep playing like he's been playing. FSU is a team that's gotten better on third down offensively as well. The offensive line looks pretty good. I don't think it'll be perfect against Clemson. It wasn't against LSU, but it was pretty darn good. It kept Jordan Travis from getting hit as much as he could have been in that game. I think with the fact that they've played against a good LSU defensive line, LSU defensive front, will give them an edge against Clemson simply because this game's in Tallahassee. As far as a prediction, I think this will be fairly high scoring, not like the Wake Forest Clemson game was. But I think Florida State wins this game at home 35-31, and I'll tell you why. DJ is a better player. He is better at throwing the football. He's better with decision making. Clearly, he's healthy, and he's lost a lot of weight, so he's going to be a better athlete. That means he'll be able to move more. His footwork will be better from the pocket. Okay, that's fine. But Florida State's defense is not elite, but it's really, really good. They're very, very fast. And I'm not even talking about a Jared Verse plays. I don't think Clemson's offensive line will be good enough to hold up against FSU's front seven. I don't think so, especially on the road in Tallahassee. I think Clemson will make plays. They'll be good enough to get the 30 points maybe if FSU's offense doesn't hold up their end. But I do think Florida State wins this game. They're hungry. And let's say FSU loses to Wake Forest and NC State. I don't think they'll lose to Wake Forest, but they probably will lose to NC State because it's at NC State. But Florida State is a better team, much more improved than Clemson was from last year. And Clemson's defense is physical, but they look slower than they did a year ago. I know Clemson was down and all that last year, but Florida State was too. And Clemson had more talent than they did. Clemson's defensive front is nowhere near as fast as it was. Clearly, Brent Venables being gone hurts them. I do think Clemson's defense will make plays against FSU, but I don't think Florida State's going to turn the ball over. I think Coach Norvell will be smarter on fourth down. He'll actually punt the football or take the field goal. And the thing is, even if Florida State misses kicks in this game, I don't think it'll cost them, I think, again, if you can contain DJ and make him second guess with the pass rush that FSU has in this game, it won't matter what receivers he has. Bryce Young against Georgia. C.J. Stroud against Michigan a year ago. Any good quarterback is going to be rattled and not be nowhere near as productive as they could be against a good defense. So for that reason, I have Florida State winning the game. This has nothing to do with being a fan. As you can tell, I'm not wearing a Florida State jersey because I'm being completely unbiased. I'm being fair. If this game was in Death Valley, I'd give Clemson a better edge to win this game. But this game, I know last year is last year. Florida State's way better than what Clemson is now. So Florida State should win this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they won this by 2 scores. Clemson's offense looked good against a Wake Forest defense. I think anybody's offense that can block any good like Clemson did against Wake Forest will look good. They'll put up at least 35 or more points against Wake Forest's defense. That's just what it is. Clemson will not put up that against FSU. Florida State played better up front with LSU. I know LSU struggled in week 1, but that's an SEC team with nothing but 5 stars there, and Florida State handled it pretty well. I don't think Clemson's defense is as powerful and as fast as LSU's was going to be that night on the road. Again, it's in Tallahassee. You know it's going to be sold out. Even if FSU walks into this game 4-2, worst case scenario, Clemson is undefeated. Florida State with the upset. They win this game 31-27. DJ will not be able to get a touchdown at the end of the game. He is not clutch. Clemson's offense is not clutch against a good quality defense on the road. Notre Dame, he lost. Georgia, he lost. NC State last year on the road, loss. Pittsburgh last year, loss. This will be no different. Go Noles in the upset. They win this by at least 4 points, maybe by 2 touchdowns. Because again, if Clemson's offense is not humming, it will not be humming against Florida State's defense. And then again, this is without Jared Verse playing. He will probably play this game. If he doesn't, I'm still not too worried. Go Noles in the upset.